Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Peterman. It could even be evening. It could be morning. Whenever you're watching, however you're watching, thank you for coming to the asynchronous video series in Camp Canvas. So like I said, my name is Eric Peterman. We're going to work on pages and discussions today. And I am the ITS at Brookwood Elementary School. Okay, so once again, I'm Eric Peterman. We're going to walk you through pages and discussions. And our mission is going to be really using the rich content editor, or RCE, inside of a page and inside of a discussion. It really makes something come alive. Always look at discussions and pages as really powerful. The options for kiddos are limitless. You really can get a nice, healthy conversation going about any topic, really, inside a discussion. Inside a page, I really look at it as a digital anchor chart, or more particularly a digital poster. So I think of it like that with all the other features that it has. So I'm going to go ahead and open my Canvas sandbox course. Let me share this instead. All right, so right here, what I have is a list of pages I have. Okay, these are the ones I've created. Clicking on the left side right here on pages will give me a list of it. But I'm going to go back to subject. All right, there I am. And inside of a module I've created, I have a page. Okay, so right now this one's published, so I'm going to go ahead and edit it. All right, and I have my main idea right up here. Essentially what I did was just go in, start to mess around, and I'm going to change the color. Maybe I want this purple. Maybe raise the font a little bit to make it bigger so it really pops for kids. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this and then show you. I'm going to remove the link. And then I'm going to delete the photo and show you how I did that. Okay. So inside, this is the rich content editor. This bar up top here, there are a couple different ways to do the same thing, but it's going to take your information you want to get to the kids and really make it pop. So I want to get an image in here, kind of solidify this idea of what a main idea is. Again, this is just my brain and the way it works. I think of pages as a way to get information to kids. So I know a visual is going to help this pop. I could click Unsplash. It's going to give me a quick search, but it doesn't always match what it is that I'm looking for. So what I usually do instead is I have a folder that I've created inside my Google Drive, and then I'm going to load it from my computer by clicking that right there. Now, I'm going to bypass my Google Drive since one of the last things I downloaded for this course was a photo, and I know this is the one I want. So clicking on it, it's going to bring this up. I'm going to click Submit. And then, yes, it kind of goes all wonky here, and this is now in the middle of my stuff. So what I'm going to do is click on it. I'm going to shrink it just a little bit, and then I'm going to click on it, make sure it's still with that blue outline. I'm going to click Format. And what I want to do is send this to the right side. And then everything kind of gets imaged and fixed right there. So right here, I still have it blue. If there's another quick YouTube clip that I want to insert here, I could insert the video right here. I could upload my own media right here, things like that. But just for the purpose of this, say this was part of an assignment and I want to bombard the kids with different ways to get to the same thing. I'm going to click this here, and just for the purposes of this, over here, I'm just going to go grab a Google form that I have. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it right into this picture. So I'm going to click the blue piece, make sure it shows up. When I say blue, just make sure the items that I click on have the blue dots around it. That means it's ready to format and embed rich content into it. So I'm going to take the link that I just grabbed, I'm going to post it, and then it turns yellow a little bit, and now you can see I have different links and things like that there. So when I go ahead and save this and publish it, more items will go. All right, now I'm going to show you how I did this here. I essentially went to my Google Drive, and I could then insert a slide. I could insert, a file. I could insert a couple different things that I'm looking for. All right. can insert PDF file that I've saved, and I could do that there, and I would just click select. It's going to load, and then I'm going to click link, and then eventually it's going to show up right down there, and then I'll reformat that, and then this was just the message so that people inside my assignment know that it's there. Okay, so some different things you guys can do with pages. They really are powerful. The more you play around with this stuff, the better you get at it. And in a nutshell, those are some different things that you can do to a page. I am then going to just dabble and show you guys some other things that I've created as far as pages are concerned. So again, by clicking on View All Pages, I can get a list of the different ones I've created and messed around with. Here's one that I've done when I was part of a pilot school, just kind of figuring out how I want to do this there and stuff like that. So I have a little page, different things kind of embedded inside it, a little video. Okay, workshop. Then theme for this again, going back there. So you can see I recorded my own voice to those, and again, that's all done in the rich content editor. Then, simple one right here. This would be a link just to a page that I want to give kids more information about when they're stuck on writing, in addition to the tips and tricks I've already given them. Okay, and then the last thing I could do is if I click edit, rich content editor comes back up as well. And then sometimes I want to just create an icon or a banner for them that can just get that visual attention going. Thank you. And I hope you were able to pick up on stuff. I know we covered a lot, but feel free to play this through at your heart's content and mess around with the rich content editor to really make your pages stick and pop out. And in a few moments, we will get you guys going into discussions. All right, welcome back. In part 2, we're going to figure out how a discussion can also take advantage of the RCE tools and the rich content available to our students to allow them to reply to a discussion in multiple ways. So by clicking on discussions in my managed subject, I've just loaded some of the discussions I've had in the past. Again, I could also just click inside a module and pick them up there. So I'm going to click on one that was recently created. And you can see here, I have it loaded. So if I want to reply to it, I'm going to click this, and something very similar to a rich content editor comes up. Okay, you can see here I have expand replies. I can collapse my replies. I can look at read and unread versions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take what's above and kind of start to type in an answer and then show another way I could yet do that. Okay. Sometimes when I'm typing, and you can see this is why at the same time in this short clip, we might want to allow other type of recordings to this. Just here and typing a few moments, all of a sudden my mouse misclicks or drags away and I'm typing inadvertently in the front of my sentence rather than the back. So I'm just, obviously the answer is so much more than this and deeper, but sometimes it's a lot easier. In the interest of showing us what we could do, I'm going to do that. Now this is important. Notice nothing else was showing a lot of times, and I'll show you in the editing features where it's set up. A student is not going to be able to see a response until they post or publish their response to the discussion. And then doing that will allow us so much more. So then when I'm searching my entries here, I could then put it in by entry or by author or other items. Okay. Now I'm going to go into student view, and then I'll go in and show you guys the editing view in other ways. Okay. So in student view, I'm just going to get rid of all that. I'm going to go in and move my photo here. I'm going to click reply. And then this time, I am going to go ahead and record my voice. So I'm going to click on media. Okay. Then I'm going to click on record. And then I'm going to speak my answer. I'm just going to click on webcam. Okay. And I'm going to have no video with this, because I don't want to have a video inside a video. That's weird when you guys have my Loom here and then there's another video behind. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording. And this is another way students can respond to discussions. So it is important to have a main idea and understand the main idea inside of a topic, because inside a nonfiction article, I could use my nonfiction text features to get a general feeling for the main idea. And then as I'm reading the article, I could really see how the author is supporting that main idea using important details and information inside the text. A picture can then help me understand the caption as well. Maybe I'm doing a topic that I don't really understand all that well, so I'm doing a little bit of rereading and other items, and it's important for me to understand the main idea so that I can better understand the author's purpose, their viewpoint on the topic, whether they have an overall positive or negative feeling inside the topic and other items. So if I'm reading about an animal that is going extinct and I've never seen it, the picture can help me understand that. What do I need to understand? How and why it's extinct could probably be inside the heading. And these are other features I can use to overall determine the main idea, particularly in an article that I might not have too much schema or prior knowledge about. So I'm going to then save the media. It's in there. And then voila, I'm going to post a reply. Okay, and now you can see test student. Notice how I couldn't see my response earlier as the teacher. This is also another way I could differentiate as two people inside of one, a test student and myself, inside of the discussion here. Now I'm going to hop out of the student view and very briefly show you some of the tools inside the editing. Chances are in the other modules you've created a discussion already. Okay, so in the editing piece, this is where I normally will type my directions. Again, I could also video myself talking about it and have the kids reply. There's so many different ways I can do it. All right, but then down here, this is released to all sections inside my sandbox. If I created other sections where I only want particular students to do that, I would then add it here, and then I can go through and you can then see different things in sections I've created. Underneath, I could allow threaded replies. In other words, we could create a thread inside one reply, somebody could respond to it, and then that person could respond back, and it continually can grow. I am also going to allow liking, okay? And I'm not going to subdo it where only people grading it can like it. And then I'm going to leave it right there, and I'll keep that as a group discussion, and then you can see if I have a group name, that will pop up, okay? And those are some other things and items you could tackle inside of a discussion. Okay, so notice how it's not letting me save because I need to go back and undo that. All right, that is some of the things that discussions allow, and hopefully that will help you guys create some powerful discussions with the students in your class. Thank you for joining us today.